It only takes seconds to change your present and start living your life. No fear, no regrets. Today we are moving forward. The countdown is on. It's time for Emotional Mojo.
Welcome to Emotional Mojo. It only takes seconds to change your present and live your dreams. We're going to kick it off with a challenge. Patrick, what you got?
It's a very controversial challenge. Revive your marriage by putting your marriage first before everything else, not just the children, but your career and work as well. I know it's controversial. If your marriage fails, then your children suffer. The whole idea of having a marriage with children is to create stability and a foundation for the kids. What we also found out in studies is that when parents are not getting along, they become less affectionate towards the children. Not so much women, but particularly men, because if men don't get that love, they don't get that affection, that validation, they tend to shut down.
Yeah, I agree with you, but in reality, once those children come, they automatically go to the top of the list.
Because they're clinging on you.
As much as you try to keep that marriage at the top, those kids just suck every bit of time and energy you have.
But can I want to clarify something, because if you're putting the marriage first, it's not at the expense of your children.
Of course
and
not.
vice versa. If you're putting the children first, is it at the expense of your marriage? That's why it wouldn't work.
We have some women who live their life through their children and they ignore the husband, they just push him to the side. We have some men who do the same thing, they ignore the wife by putting their career first.
But your kids need to see you being loving and affectionate with another person, so they learn this is what a relationship is supposed to look like.
This is how you express love.
Right?
Right.
So what can we do? What can some people do
Well, here
at
are
home?
3 basic tips. Number 1, look at your schedule and determine how much time am I giving to the kids. You don't have to take them to every single co-curricular activity. Give more time to your spouse. Make that person feel special. You can do it right now by calling, texting, or emailing them. Ask them out on a date.
Yeah.
I like that.
Number 3, you talked about modeling for children. Model love, model affection. Be affectionate to your spouse. There's nothing wrong with you making out in front of the kids. Yes, they're going to go yuck, but they're going to love that because it makes them feel free about expressing
And you know what's
themselves.
funny? You say to set up a date, and a lot of people will say, well, we don't have time or we don't have a sitter.
Yes,
you have
you
to
do.
do a day date. You can even just go to lunch together during work. It's just about having a little bit of time where you can talk about something other than the kids, too.
Or here's a quick one. Last quick tip. Pick up the phone and say, okay, here, honey, I'm talking now about business. I'm going to call you back in a second. Then the second time you call and say, now I'm talking to you as your husband. And then you start talking to romantic stuff.
I like that.
You start setting up the jiggy time. And all that sort of
there
stuff.
goes the jiggy time.
All right, you got 27 minutes. Start the process now. Do it for yourself. Do it for your marriage. Do it for your kids. Share your progress with us.
All right.